Hey guys, my name's Sam, and I just made a new YouTube account. My old one was like really stupid. I made it when I was like 12 or whatever. But this is my very first video, and I'm gonna make it about my miscarriage that I had on November 4th. Well, let me start back. In the summer, I started talking to this guy on Facebook. His name was Tyler. And he didn't seem like one of the hot jock guys who like gets all the girls, you know. He seemed like a very sweet, different guy than all the guys that like did go to my school or whatever. So we started talking and we went to go hang out at the pool. And he asked me out at the pool, and I was really happy because I like hadn't had a boyfriend in a long time, and I really like having boyfriends. So we ended up hanging out, we ended up doing a few things, stuff that you shouldn't do when you first meet somebody. And then we ended up hanging out 2-3 months after school had started. And we ended up doing the deed, you know. And, well, we started using, we first went and, like, used a condom. But I just don't like the way condoms feel. I know I like sound probably like a slut or something like that because I don't like using condoms. So we had took it off and we switched to going raw. And which wasn't the greatest idea because after that, like I started a week or so after that, like I started getting really crampy, and I was like, oh, my period must be coming, you know, and I was like, I don't want to deal with this. So I went at my school, there's a thing called teen clinic we have, that people from the hospital come into my school, and like, if you're pregnant, you get help there. If you want to have an abortion, you can get it there. They give it to you. Or if you want to get on birth control, they're there and they give it to you and all this stuff. It's like going to the doctors, but without your parents knowing, but you have to be older than 15 to get it done. So I went there, I was like, I want to get on the Depo-Provera because it like stops your period and like kind of makes your body think that you're pregnant. So I was like, awesome, like I won't be getting pregnant at all because my body will think I'm already pregnant, and then I will be able to have all this like no condom sex, which I really like. And they like, okay, so they drew like all this blood out of my arms, and they're like, okay, you don't have any STDs or anything, and you're not pregnant. But the thing was, it was too early for me to find out if I was pregnant or not, because like I just had sex like a week before, you know, like it was too early for them to tell, even with the blood test, and I ended up getting pregnant. And I didn't know for like ever, because like all of a sudden, like I was just getting really nauseous and sick and stuff, and then I was like, they said that you'd be spotting throughout like a month and a half. Like non-stop spotting, like the first month or the first time you get the shot, and I never was spotting. Like I didn't spot it out, there was like nothing. And I was like, maybe like I'm the rare case that doesn't have spotting or whatever. But then I started like bleeding a lot, like a lot, like more than a period. So then I was like, Mom, like something's wrong with me. She goes, oh, you're just on your period. So she didn't know I was on Depo. Like she doesn't know that I was on birth control or whatever. So she's like, oh, you're just on your period. And I was like, but my stomach really hurts. And she's like, I was really stressed out at the time because like school sucks or whatever, you know. And so I was there, and my mom was like, you probably have an ulcer in your stomach from being all stressed out or whatever. So I went to the doctors, and they gave me medicine for that. But to come to find out, it wasn't an ulcer, you know. And on November 4th, I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning screaming my head off, and I'm bawling my eyes out. My stomach is hurting so bad, like I can't like control it or whatever. And then I ended up going back to sleep, and then I woke up around 4, I think it was like 4:30 or something like that, and I was like, either I just peed myself or something, or I'm like bleeding uncontrollably. And I went to the bathroom, and I had just released my baby, you know? It was really weird. Like, I didn't even know I was pregnant then or whatever. So I'm like sitting there, and I'm like, what the hell is in my underwear? And I was freaking out. So like I kind of like took it out and like I set it on this paper, and I ran to my mom. I was like, Mom, 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 come here. I'm like, she came to the bathroom and I showed her this, and she was about to like beat the crap out of me. I was like, what's wrong? Like, why are you gonna hit me? And she goes, you were fucking pregnant. And I was like, what? And she goes, you were pregnant. I was like, mother God. And then like I was like trying to convince her. I was like, no, I'm not, Mama. And she was like, you've been having sex, or whatever. Like, she's totally against like young people having sex, you know. And she's like, wait till you're out of college and all this stuff. Wait till you find the right guy or whatever. So I was like, no, Mom. I told her everything in the book to convince her that I wasn't pregnant, and somehow she believed me. So she didn't know I was pregnant. I was like, okay, well, since it's like all done or whatever, and like I didn't know what to do after that. Like, I cut all over my arms, all over my thighs and everything, and I was really depressed after that. I was like, because I wanted to have a baby. Like, in my mind I wanted to have a baby, but then at the time I was like, no, it's just stupid, you know, me being retarded. Then, like, I realized that I actually was pregnant and stuff, and I was like, oh my God, like, I want to have a baby now. So, right now I'm trying to get pregnant, and I was doing it with an ex-boyfriend, and he just turned into, like, a fucking freak. He just flipped out and was like, oh, I don't know why you're doing this, yada yada yada. It's stupid for you to like want to have all this unprotected sex, because I wasn't telling him that I wasn't gonna have a baby. So we don't talk anymore. So now I need to try to find somebody who's cool enough to just have a baby with me. Like, I'm not gonna say you have to be in the child's life or anything. I'm just gonna tell him, like, all you gotta do is just give me your sperm. You don't even have to be in this child's life. You don't have to pay anything. You don't have to know the child's name. What is it, a girl or a boy? Nothing. But I don't know. There's this guy Jacob at my school. I have his baby, but there's no way for him to leave his house because his mom is a crazy bitch and he's a Mormon or some shit like that. So yeah. Well, that is introducing you guys, or not introducing, but telling you guys about my miscarriage. And I'll probably make more videos just telling you guys about myself, maybe. And I'll make videos when I get pregnant, like introduction into that and like symptoms and everything. But stay tuned. Bye, guys.